You're just joining us, we've just finished some Jacob and Esau Gigabrain co-op with Daniel Giesling. And I think that this is a unique opportunity. Dan, you didn't see that? I think this is a unique opportunity for Jacob and Esau to not mind flood us. Because we just had Jacob and Esau, 4 of them on the screen. This is the one time that regular Jacob and Esau will seem insanely easy to me. We have to take advantage of it. There's only one chance. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. The training weights are off. I was like, who gets this? Come on, it doesn't matter. Maybe it matters. Maybe Kamikaze unit should have it, which is for the best. Okay, I'm going to tell you right off the bat. Esau, the world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Yeah, co-op with Dan, that'll come to YouTube. It probably won't be too far away from today. This is... Save yourself. Save yourself on this one. Pog. He's done it. It probably won't be too far away from today, just because of the fact that it's not canon Isaac, as he would say. And as a result, it's easier to get it up in the pipeline a little bit faster. It was a fun section, though, for sure. I've done a lot of co-op with Kate before, so I know the basis. I know the understanding for the most part. I'm not saying I'm the best co-op partner in the world. I think that would be a misstatement. Oh, help, help. Excuse me. You know what? Why not? If I got hit by that, it's time to uninstall. We're playing a high risk. Whoa, high risk, high reward. Dude, the co-op with Daniel is heavily good eats. I always tell you the non-sensitive stuff from the back channel. I thought last week Rounds was a great game, not 100% amazing for streaming for us. And I thought Can't Drive This was like the antithesis. I'm not sure the game was all that good, but for streaming it was like an enormous bop. And I think Isaac might have gotten the Venn diagram to be like a perfect circle. It's obviously an amazing game and fun for streaming as well. The only downside is the technicalities, but we're you know, working the turkey through. One day they'll get fiber internet in the Midwestern part of the United States, and then it won't be as much of a problem anymore. Anyway, moving on. So we're leaving the Spirit Hearts behind. Send it. We're leaving... Really? The Spirit Hearts behind for now? Because we're just going to go get them later anyway. We're going to get them later. Protect Esau. Don't forget, you're here forever. Dude, Dan, if you are still like doing stuff with Jacob and Esau, let me tell you. The double bomb technology is actually like unbelievably good. If you have multiple bombs, being able to use them at half price on the boss is like, it's incredible, man. The baby impression, let's go. Let's go. Like that, right? Almost knocked over this bubbly. What the heck? I didn't finish my last can of bubbly. It's important because we haven't done boss rush. Oh, warm bubbly versus cold bubbly. It's not even close, man. Give me that cold. Two of spades. Two of spades. Can of corn. Can of corn and I'll be alright. Warm sparkling water, it's not all that, man. It's not all that. You actually need a bubbly sponsorship? I think we got a great thing going on with bubbly right now. Every time I tweet about them, people get into their mentions and say sponsor this man, but it is not yet at the level of corporate cyberbullying, which is where I think you need to stay if you want to maintain a good relationship with the brand. I think we're in a great spot. Excuse me? Pardon? Excuse me? Okay. You should take this. No, don't pick up the messages. That's what I'm saying. We got a good thing going right here. Sorry, my eyes are a little offset from one another. It's hard to tell. I have no idea what this fly is, but I'm happy to see it. I'm all of a sudden unhappy to see it because I think I'm not gonna be able to account for how enemies move. But you know what? That's a baby plum. Baby plum, do 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 do. Baby plum, do 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 do. Baby plum. By the way, thank you. Somebody on the subreddit left an assortment of children's television shows that we may want to consider watching instead of the bad television shows when our daughter's old enough. I don't know what Greed Sack does. I appreciate it. I have seen a little bit. The most common show that came up in the thread was Bluey. I have seen a little Bluey. It's about like an Australian family. There's like a Breaking Bad was up there as well. It was kind of like the episode of Bluey that I saw was kind of like real, but it was also like a little messed up, right? So in Bluey, like the dad, he was taking his kids, like they're all like literal dogs. Like, you know, because it's a kids show. They're all canines. But he was like, all right, kids, we're going to the dump. And then he was, like, going to the dump, and he got distracted while he was driving and, like, you know, almost cut somebody off or something. And his kids were, like, making fun of him for not being a good driver. And I was like, man, that's, like, A, that's too real. But then when they got to the dump, he was throwing out, like, his old kids' drawings. Or his kids' old drawings, I should say. And they like got caught in the wind and then blew back into the car, so the kids realized that he was throwing out their drawings, and they were like, Dad, why are you throwing out our drawings? And I was like, I was kind of in the same boat. I was like, yo, if you're going to the dump to toss out your kids' old drawings, you didn't have to take them in the car with you. That just seems like, you know, a recipe for trouble. Also, you should recycle that stuff, mate. Okay, so here's the deal. These are both great, obviously. Jacob, you need one of those. Jacob does touch it. I mean, Esau. Esau touches it. Jacob touches that one. And then apparently you get a stat upgrade every time you buy something if you buy Greed's Sack. If that, anytime you buy an item or anytime you buy anything. Let's chat. Let's test it. Anytime you buy anything, that's unbelievably good. That's insanity. Oh, you gotta buy it as Esau, of course. Yeah, my bad on that one. But still, that's like incredible. That's so good. Permanently? 24-hour stat upgrade permanently? Might as well. Might as well. It's permanent. Oh my god. How did the episode end? I don't know. I turned it off because I'm not 4 years old. Watch something for adults like 90 Day Fiancé. I apologize. You're absolutely right. Change the title. Please revert the title to The Balding of Isaac. And we're good to go. All right, this run definitely has the potential. We got Mom's Knife. We got great damage on Jacob as well. I've also, I think I unlocked some on YouTube. I think I unlocked some tainted characters we could do some work on. Did you watch episode 4 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? If you'll excuse me, I'm just, my headphone cord's shorting out here. There we go. So we will be buying a new headphone cord. Finally. Because I've been cyberbullied by electricity into doing it. I thought it was a good episode. The show, it's grabbing me more. I go up and down on the show, I guess. I know, like, I apologize because I've repeated the same take a billion times. Oh, the chimpanzee. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. You didn't have to do that. Much appreciated. But, like, I almost find the show, like, a little too Marvel-y. But it's not, like, a real criticism, I guess. Like, the criticism, I guess, is that it's a little bit too attached to the Marvel pacing and formula that I'm used to. But it is also good. Like, it's workmanlike, is how I think about it right now. You know, it's not a show where you'd be like, oh, you absolutely have to watch it, I think, unless you're super into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But it's a show where I'm like, you know, I have a good time every episode. I look forward to it every week. Oh, Malf. Oh, Beast first try, baby. Beast first try, baby. Would you look at that? He's done it. Malf, you watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier? What's your take? Do you think that John Walker is a spoiler? Do you think John Walker is a spoiler? Hey, excuse me. I didn't get hit. First try, baby. Dodge this guy. First try, baby. Wormwood, first try. But I have a hot take, okay? And it's a hot take that I think actually some people will agree with. I think I'm slightly late to the party. But my honest to goodness hot take, if you're ready for this, is that I think Disney Plus will surpass Netflix in number of subscribers within the next 18 months. I think Disney Plus is gonna usurp Netflix in the streaming wars. I don't know if it's gonna last forever. You know, that's too early to say. But I think they are gonna, at least, it's gonna become more of a fair fight. Okay, isn't that... You make me spiky? I definitely believe that Netflix has a broader audience. For now. Loads. Oh, magnetizing tears. I don't know if I should have done that one, but we'll see. But Disney also, I mean, it's... The Disney Plus shows have been very good so far. For the most part, or at least pretty good. And, Let's get both of these guys set up. So presumptuous, you know? Netflix has a lot of Asian content you don't watch, so you don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me, my wife is watching all those shows. This isn't on Netflix, it's on K On Demand. But if you want to talk to somebody about the hit Korean show, The Penthouse, talk to my wife about it, okay? You think you know everything. Okay, hold on. Let's just have Jacob get it. Are the shows good? I'm gonna need that person who accused me to leave the chat first before I give you my honest opinion. But I think Disney Plus, I think it's got a lot of advantages. Like, one is, everybody knows Disney as a brand, and I also trust them to just, like, basically milk every franchise, because that's what they're good at. But milk it in a way that is largely, like, agreeable for people who actually enjoy the original property to begin with. You know, I think most of the people... Oh, don't get hit, don't get hit. Use the sun card if you can figure out how to do it. Most of the people are like... You know, you watch The Mandalorian, you're like, I'm kind of being milked a little bit, but I'm having a good time. You watch the Marvel stuff, you're like, I'm being milked, but I'm enjoying myself, you know? It's an enjoyable milking. I'll stand by that. And then, like, you might say, what about the live-action, like, remakes? They're not for you. Like, not to be rude. They're for, you know, undiscerning general audiences that largely consist of children. So, yeah, grab it. Then, the other thing I'm saying is that they also have a great selection of kids' movies, including Pixar stuff. And then, secondarily, I think people really underestimate... I mean, obviously I have a kid, so I'm, like, in this group now where I'm like, nobody thinks about, you know, what it's like to have a kid. But, I think people underestimate the amount of the size of the audience out there that basically just wants to be able to, like, you know, pay $10 a month and have access to the entire Disney vaults. I think that audience is large and will continue to grow. And the other thing I'm going to say is that I think people underestimate the actual back catalog that's on Disney Plus, because they've, you know, rolled up every single other film company in existence up to this point. Don't hit me. Like, that would be rude. So there's like a lot of stuff on there, man. I support it. I think that Disney Plus will get closer to Netflix than people think. I just watched Monday Steak. Steak, baby. Monday Steak. I can only base it on, like, myself as a consumer. Number one thing I boot up is cable TV, so I can't be trusted. But I look at Netflix like last now. It had its chance, and then, like, there's been like 6 months of just as dry as a bone, man. And then they had the audacity to raise the price while it was dry as a bone. And I was like, what are you... Come on, man. I'm rooting for you here. We don't really want Bumbo, but we might as well take both items. What the heck was that other heart? Yeah, I don't want dry bones. I want to get milked, dude. Exactly. Disney Plus does indeed have Scrubs. If you're into that sort of thing. There have been times in my life where I've been into that sort of thing. Wait, really? Yeah, I'm assuming it's in the US as well, but at least in Canada, Disney Plus has Scrubs. They also have all the Disney original series from, like, the mid-2000s if you want to see, like, the origin story of Jake Paul. And I will say, I think I've been talking up the Disney Plus movie catalog a little much, because it has Big Trouble in Little China, which was, like, exactly what I was looking for. However, I went through on the weekend, and I was like, maybe I'll find a movie to watch on Disney Plus. And I actually scrolled through the entire list, A to Z, in, like, less than 10 minutes, I would say. From 101 Dalmatians all the way down to, like, I don't even know, Xena Warrior Princess. I got all the way to the bottom. So they're still trying to get some... The movie catalog needs a little bit to be desired, for sure. Probably Zootopia. Yeah. Probably Zootopia. Dun, 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 dun. But I will say, hold on, was somebody told me you should watch, like, that Netflix documentary about the art heist. Can I get a seconded on that one? Has anybody watched that? I could, like, can I tell you, like, how my hobbies go? That one was good. Okay. So, like, I've been into investing, right? I've read a lot on investing online and both in print format. I've come to the conclusion I should not try to beat the market and instead should just invest in broad-based index funds. Now, that's awesome. The downside, though, is that literally there's no point in reading anything else anymore, so I'm on the lookout for new things to entertain me. And as a result, I've kind of lost my hobby. And as a result, I gotta figure out what the heck I'm gonna do now. Like, but it's also the first time I think I've ever had a hobby where I just hit, like, an end point that I'm happy with, if that makes sense. Like, I started and I was like, you know, let's buy some memes. And then I was like, that's stupid, let's invest in good companies. And then I was like, that's stupid, invest in good funds. And now I'm like, no, that's stupid, just buy the whole frickin' thing, man. So now I'm like, why am I reading all this stuff, you know, in my off hours when I could be, you know, cultivating another interest? This is a little nasty up here, huh? You're a little nasty. Cultivate soil. Look, Mal, I'm jealous of the value that you get from gardening. I genuinely am. Oh, we should get... Well, no, we wanted that spirit heart with you, so that's fine. I'm jealous of the value that you get from gardening. I don't get it. Like, by don't get it, I don't mean, like, I don't understand it. I mean, like, literally, I don't tap into the same feeling that you do. Like, when I'm gardening, I'm just kind of, like... I'm just sort of annoyed. Like, I just wish I was inside. And it's not you know, I'm not saying you're wrong on that at all. It's just, you know, different strokes for different folks. Or, you know, maybe I'm at a different place in my life that's not quite ready for the gardening arc. But, you know, I'll find it, you know, or it'll find me. I don't have a lot of free time. Is the other thing. I shouldn't make it sound like, oh, I've got a huge amount of free time that it's really like the, you know, hour before bed where I have been reading. We should just be placing golden bombs. This is like the ultimate nastiness. There you go. Maybe we took 1 out, 2 out. I'll take that. Send it, send it. Come on, man. Yeah, the time when the European audience is watching the stream. Doesn't matter, right? Okay, good stuff. So far, so good. You should get into the Toronto Raptors. If they move to the West Coast, I could be persuaded. Dude, this is tricky. Because this is a really good room. I think we have to get Succubus for that juicy damage. No, this is not the Dan Giesling podcast. We don't need a plebiscite for each item. I'm capable of handling my own business here. That being said, I have been known to make mistakes from time to time. Now and then. And let's see if we can just pump up some stats here. No, Bumbo! That's why you can't glance. You gotta live a glanceless existence, man. Okay, Esau, why don't you try that on for size? Why don't you try this on for size? I mean, I'm gonna get freaking funky, man. No, I don't. So, like, I got no problem with Canada only having one basketball team. I don't worry about it all that much. Like, the way I look at it, Vancouver, like, had their chance. I don't really know the... And I'm gonna leave Kamikaze, I think. Oh, we should have done that in the opposite direction then, but... I don't really know the circumstances that led to the Vancouver Canucks, like, not existing anymore, or having been moved, I should say. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, we had our chance at a team, didn't pan out, so be it. Like, if there were a basketball team in Vancouver, I still would not support the team. I mean, I would support them. I would be like, go team, but I wouldn't, like, go to the games or watch them. It's just not my scene. So the same with the Whitecaps, you know? I'm like, I've still never been to a Whitecaps game. I hear it's kind of a party, but hasn't happened yet. NFL team in Vancouver? No, like... Here's something a little controversial, you know? You won't hear a lot of, like, West Coast Canadians say it, I think. If Canada gets a sports team in a league that they don't have a team in, it should, like, always be Toronto. Toronto should always be first. They have a much larger population. There's no doubt. Thanks for Godet. Good luck with Highmore. Yeah, dude, honestly, like, Godet, he's the better player in the trade, for sure. It is funny, though, like, you know, the Canucks subreddit, you know, it's supposedly full of, like, grown men, but there's, like, drama, because they're like, oh, Did you know Bo Horvat, as soon as the trade came in, he unfollowed Adam Gaudette on all social media channels? And I'm like... And then they were like, oh, actually, he never followed him on any of the social media channels to begin with. And you're like, dude, we gotta play some games. Like, I understand why we're not playing games right now, because of COVID. But at the same time, like, it's driving the fan base even more insane than they normally are. So if they could just, like, get over the COVID and then start playing some games, I think that would be beneficial. Okay. We can get spun on you. Forehead. I think we got to be a little more cautious than usual here. Donk, donkey, donk, donk. You know what? Why not use the world card? And then hold this. Lover's card could be helpful if we're going like full alt path here. Blue Jays are fun. Man, it's just like, I mean, you're going to make me say it again. I just wish real baseball was as fun as video game baseball. If real baseball was as fun as video game baseball, then I would watch it like every day. If you like it, that's fine. I'm not one of those guys who's trying to like, I'm out for baseball. Like I want the whole league to collapse. I'm just like, it's very exhaustive. It's a very exhaustive event. $0.08. You know, I mean, we're doing some rude things to our donation machine, and I will not... Bro, I needed that. Bro. Excuse me, bro. Please stop this. There we go. All's forgiven, bro. I still want 15 cents. No, no. Then we buy with Esau. Dude, these are pretty nice stat upgrades. I didn't even realize. Because I honestly am a little bit mind flooded, which I think is somewhat fair. Let's just chunk these out of here. Ace of clubs. Ace card is like good to just hold to begin with. Okay, the cards are doo-doo. But Ace of clubs is at least like there's some value there. But yeah, that's my thoughts right now. I'm well aware that once I finish reading this like last investing book I have to, you know, go pick up gotta pick up some kind of new hobby. I'm not in a rush to figure it out. But we'll see. Reading's pretty good, man. I've really been enjoying reading. I don't know if anybody else has discovered this hobby yet. Don't even get me started on the people saying you should try reading a real book. Yeah, so like a nonfiction book about like a hobby is not real. The only kind of real books are about like White Walkers and shit. Come on, man. Ridiculous. It's a ridiculous take. Try reading a real book. Stop reading all that Barbara Tuchman. All this a distant mirror kind of historical nonsense. Start reading the Silmarillion. Don't you know all that Barbara Tuchman stuff is made up? Okay, hold on. Ace of clubs, 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds, well worth holding. Ace of clubs, the tower. We say no to that. We hate it. That's a HP upgrade. That's balls of steel. That's what I meant to say. Go ahead and use it. Okay. Go ahead and use it. Dude, this is too much to follow. We do want Forgotten Lullaby. That's for darn sure. And then hold 2 of diamonds. Okay. Yeah. 2 of diamonds. Name a woman. Sorry. we made it quite far into the video before we said name a woman, which is that's a distant goal for us. Miss, for $1, can you name a trinket? A trinket? Maybe try writing a book? Nah, seems like a lot of work. Seems like the kind of thing that you would like want to be all in on before you... I don't think it's the sort of thing you dabble in. Like, maybe I'll write a novel. I think you gotta have like such unbelievable enthusiasm for it that when you hit those moments where you're like, I frickin' suck so much, I can't write a novel, what was I thinking? That's when you then go like, you use that reservoir of enthusiasm that you had earlier to allow you take like a night off, and then you get back to it the next day, you know? That's my take on that. Some YouTubers have written novels. Bro, don't even get me started. Like, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm gonna suggest that there's a high possibility many of those are ghost written. And, you know, if you've ever heard Kendrick Lamar's landmark song, King Kunta, you should know how I feel about that. I can't believe we didn't get hit there. You're telling me a ghost wrote this book? Oh, dude, really? What a rude spawn. This is a heck of a room with Jacob and Esau, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And yet we've done it? Ooh, they give me iframes, baby. I love the iframes. I love to boogie on the disco. All right, that was actually pretty well done. Thank you. Thank you for the claps. Appreciate it. Hey, Mouth, how about that? First try, baby. Oh, okay. Now, hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry, Jacob. This one's on you, though. Okay, Mausoleum sucks, though. Pog. He said Pog. Look at that. Yo, you said Pog, though? We really don't know what this pill is? I don't believe you. What makes you smaller? One of the best pills in the game, bar none. The devil? I mean, 2 of diamonds is better. We're really just holding this until we get the greatest cards money can buy. For $1, name a gamer. I can do this. This is not even a challenge. Whoa! It's a dead end. It's not worth going anyway. Have you considered playing an instrument as a hobby? You know, so Kate got an electronic piano a couple of years ago, and I did think to myself, maybe I'll learn how to play the piano. I don't have a particular interest in the piano, but I do like music. Like, I know I've joked about it. I enjoyed music class in high school. I had a good time. And I did win the grade 11 music award as well, I might add. And I did it without supplementing it with band, which really just seems like private tutoring on the taxpayer's dime. So I think I deserve a lot of credit for that as well. But there's a catch. This hobby that I'm getting interested in is it has to be essentially as a double 2 of diamonds, baby. Reserved for Saturdays. It has to be able to be started and stopped because of the baby for sure. But it has to be reserved for Saturdays, and then it has to be done nights, and it must be quiet so that it does not wake up my baby. So it's got to be something like that. But you know, again, I'll figure it out for myself. But I'm just letting you know what's on the list here. It would also be preferable if it was something that I could do right before bed. It would also be nice if it's something that I could do in bed. Which is why reading is pretty close to the top of the list right now. Okay, we're getting mighty low on HP here. What if you started a 40-season journey through Survivor? Now we're talking. Now we're talking. A 40-season journey through Survivor. Before I do that, though, I gotta watch all the Medea films. It's been on the to-do list for too long. Oh, Lord. Okay. Bro, this is like, I needed a shop, dude. Are you seeing like all this money that could be... No, Bumbo, you don't get to have it. Let me compound your money for you, okay? There's something we could do. We could become addicted to gacha games. Okay, I think this sun is worth holding. Here's what you do. You get 2 of diamonds, control space. Then you go back and you get the other 2 of diamonds. Oh, there's an item room as well. My. Rainbow Baby is not good enough to not take the risk. So we're gonna give fruitcake on Jacob. I'm not afraid. And then a little quad shot knife. Oh, baby. A little quad shot knife. Jacob doesn't touch it. Okay, give me my other 2 of diamonds, please. And dude, if our next shop has like a reroll machine, oh my god. He's on X Games mode. Can I tell you that I still think we're probably gonna die to the boss here? Where the heck was that other 2 of diamonds, man? Where the heck was that other 2 of diamonds? It's on the left. It's a large room on the left. Can of corn. Name a woman. That's not a 2 of diamonds. Map. Oh, left from the starting room. For $1, name a corn. We were 1 room away. Okay, yeah. 80 cents, that's good. We get the sun card. Favorite kind of corn? That's a great question, man. Like, pop is high on the list. On the cob, definitely up there. But then if you took away the salt and the butter, on the cob would not be nearly as good. Excuse me. Oh, the sun card's on the other. Yeah, okay. I just gotta... You know what? You just gotta die. Like, you just gotta die quickly. Just shoot! Hey, we're chilling. Dude, Mexican street corn? I've never had it. I would be all about it, I think. I basically love any food that's bad for you. I think this would make us conjoined, but I don't think it's worth it. Let's head down to the next floor. I don't want to do this room. I have opted out. I'm choosing to opt out of this room. Don't want it. Bro, just go to a street? We don't have the, like, okay, I'll tell you, I see food trucks on the regular in Vancouver. There is a Mexican food truck that I've seen a couple of times, but it's not like what I want. It's not like tamales and elotes and stuff like that. It's like, you know, radish tacos. I'm sure they're good. Like, I love a good radish, don't get me wrong, but it's just not like, it's not what I want out of street food, you know? Stop moving, stop shooting. Thank you. The heck is a radish taco? It's like a taco, you know, it's, I mean, I just made it up. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like it was like a real thing that I saw, but, you know, I'm just trying to spin some conversation here. You do have the radish on the taco dressing, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a... I see a lot of food trucks on the regular. Like, sometimes I'll walk around and I'll be like, hey, maybe there'll be some food trucks nearby. And then I leave and I almost, it's like I feel like I'm doing a social experiment. Like I have money in my pocket. And then I'm like, I'm gonna eat the best street food that I can find. And then I usually come home with a full wallet. Unfortunately. I always leave with like the best of intentions. And then when I come back, I've still got a full wallet. Because I'm like, I don't really want, you know, I don't really want like a donair pita or something like that. I'm mostly looking for a snack. And then they're like, what about like a wood-fired pizza? And I'm like, I don't want like a $12 wood-fired pizza to eat like by myself. I'm just gonna take a chance on this. It's not bad. It's not bad. There's a lot of, and again, this is like, it's not gonna endear me that much, but it's the same thing as well, where like, a lot of the food trucks play to Vancouver's strength, and you know, what is Vancouver's strength in that department? It's genuinely like, you know, meatless meals and stuff like that, so sometimes you'll be like, you know, bet you won't believe it's not a real hot dog, and I'm like, oh, come on, man, I don't wanna... If there was a hot dog cart that I came across regularly, I would probably eat 4 hot dogs a week. It would be too much. I'm not trying to say that it's a good amount. I think I would just... Anytime I saw a hot dog cart, I would be like, let's get one. But when I, you know, the street food is like a little... Sometimes it's all, like there's this a food truck I walk by now and then, and it has like steps to order. Like it's like, how to create your perfect meal, and it's like step 1, and I'm like, you already lost me. I'm like, I'm just here to get something I can eat with a napkin, and all of a sudden, like, I gotta have a PhD to understand what the heck's going on here. I do love hot dogs, man. I can't deny that. Yeah, I don't, this isn't school, just give me a hamburger, dude. Okay, this is nasty, but let's do it anyway. Come on down. Oh, dude, we got punched here temporarily. Oh my god. Okay, the damage we're doing is insane. Whether or not we can actually still finish the run remains to be seen, but just give me a second here. Oh my god, don't get sucked down to the void, dude. I would never forgive you. That's my bad. That's my bad. Did not go super well there. Just chill out for a moment. Sun card is insanely nice to have, and I think strength card is nice to have as well. Just stop it! Just stop it, okay? Just stop it. They tried to suck me into the Canada portal. I remember that reference. It's a reference to a little-known video called Would You Rather? We have no problem with killing power. Like, that's no doubt. If we could just get some Hierophant cards, like this one's popping. That's from a little-known video called Monday, baby. Frickin' Monday. Bro, by the way, I know I tweeted about it, but people have been like... Last week, people were like, hey, NL, how's your leg breaker video doing? I've gotten recommended it a lot. And I checked on it, and it got like a little blessing from the YouTube algorithm. I checked on it again today. It's actually on its way to becoming like one of my most viewed videos of all time, which is kind of crazy. Thank you. Saved. Yeah, it's getting like 30k views a day right now. A little game called Leg Breaker, where if you jump, let me put it this way. Hold on, this is like a whole ball of wax, man. This is a whole thing. Okay, That's spun. We also did not lose our HP. Isn't that balls of steel? I'm not sweating that. Okay, you still got the sun card chilling here. Yeah, sorry. No, you're right. I've left the strength card behind. I have no idea what caused the algorithm to bless me. But it's doing numbers, man. I even went back and, like, I left a comment on it that was like, hey, if you like the video, make sure to subscribe. Every video I make is exactly like this. Just to try to capture a little bit of the audience that's coming by, which I also think is why the video has like a much higher dislike ratio than usual. Is you're getting a lot of, like, you know, like, let's be honest, the YouTube audience, not just for my channel but just in general, can be a little bit, you know, spotty and, you know, toxic to begin with. But if somebody clicks on your video to watch it because they like you, they're much less likely to click, like, the dislike button. If somebody just finds you from the homepage, it's like they want to go in and be mad to some extent. Anyway. But yeah, it's still traffic, you know. It's people that wouldn't. It's like an audition. When I come out with an Isaac video and people are like, I hate it, I'm like, man, I really messed this up. When like 700,000 new people watch something and 10% of them are like, I hate it, I'm like, okay, that's 90% of that audience that I didn't have access to before. Appreciate your service. Donkey dunk. Dunk. Duck dunk. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Dunk. 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 Yeah, like I was watching a video. It was funny. This is tangentially related to investing. I apologize, but it's on its way out, right? But I was watching this video. It was like an interview with Jack Bogle, basically the guy who popularized index funds. And it was like an hour-long interview with him sharing all his wisdom, and it had like 3,000 dislikes. And I was just like, who would like seek out this video? Like, the only person that would seek it out is someone that's interested in it to begin with. And then they were like, thanks for sharing or whatever, but like, get bent. It's just humorous to me. I just think it's funny. Oh my god, okay. To get hit twice was bad. To get hit for a third time would have been truly devastating. No, I'm with you. I think it was somebody that, like, you know, their Vanguard fund went down like 0.4% in a single day, and they're like, this is ridiculous. Disliked. That'll show that 96-year-old man who probably, like, has no idea where this interview is ever going to end up to begin with. Okay. Okay, there's a shot on this one, but it's tough. It's tough, man. Okay, control Q first. Good stuff. A little Q quickly. I mean, if you dodge that, you're the greatest player in history. Okay, I'm trying to get the players synced up a little bit. That was so much damage. And remember, you got a heavy control space coming out. That's the fastest I've ever beaten phase 1 there, I think. There's a better phase 1 than The Incredible Hulk starring Ed Norton, I'll tell you that much. Dude, that was so easy. I told you. What did I tell you? It's definitely the fastest I've ever seen that done. Oh my god. You have unlocked magic skin. Alright, /marker. Jacob and Esau alt path.